Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Near-Mage. And where we left off in the previous one, we were just about to learn a brand new ability. As you guys know, in this game, we are trying to become a mage. This is basically our goal. In order to do this, we gotta learn all sorts of magic pieces that we gotta then combine together. And eventually, we can actually craft a spell. Now, currently, I think the one that we just learned is the Souls one right over here. Yeah, exactly. As you guys can see, it is selected. And next up, I actually want to go to the spellbook for a second and see which one I want to go with. So, after looking through the spellbooks here, I think one of them that I want to go for is Firewolf Puppy. What the heck? Conjures the cutest Firewolf Puppy. What? Fire, Earth, and Blood. So I have the soul right. And if I want to get this one, for example, I need blood. And I could also combine the blood once I have it. With the puppy, if I can find it again, over here. So fire or blood, actually I want to say. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with blood. And then, as I was saying, blood for not this one. This one also works because this one is fire. Hold up, this one is fire and earth. Ooh, so I could actually go with fire instead, and I can apply it here as well for the hordes. You know what? Let's go for the fire. Why not? Let's go with the fire. Fire. There we go.
Welcome, Near-Mages. I am Professor Flacada Ignis, and I will teach you fire magic. What follows are the principles of our discipline. Pay attention, for you will be tested right after I'm done speaking. If one of you gets it wrong, you all get it wrong.
Oh gosh,
Fire
I hate this.
is the great purifier. Fire magic forgives nor soul, nor whim, nor blade. When surrounded, fight. When in doubt, burn. Magic is will that caught fire. There is no mage more powerful than the one who sets their life on fire. Now, all together, fire is the great...
Fire is the great purifier, right? Yes.
Purifier.
Good.
Exactly.
When in doubt...
When in doubt, burn.
Burn.
Magic is...
And magic is death that comes to life, no. Lies that come to true, no. Will that caught fire, no. Light in the darkness. Will... So magic is death that comes to life. Lies that come true. Light in the darkness. I forgot which one this one is, to be honest. Magic is will that caught fire?
Will that caught fire.
Congratulations.
Hey, we got it. Okay, perfect.
You have now learned
So we learned a new ability,
fire
basically.
spell. Go forth and burn some bridges. You are now one class away from crafting your first spell. Dismissed.
Awesome. So we learned a new one. Ace the first class. Perfect. We learned the fire ability next. That was cool.
Hey there.
Oh, hi, buddy. You want to talk?
Hello.
Illy, right?
Yeah, invisible name tag, I guess.
Oh, it's just that kids talk about
This
you,
guy is
and
Tudor.
not just the kids. You're Domnika's blood, so there's a lot of eyes on you. Teachers too, obviously.
Obviously?
You have a lot to catch up on. I'm Tudor Strigoi.
Oh, any relation to Professor Strigoi?
He's my dad.
Oh, seriously? Huh. Ask about being Strigoy's son.
Does being the teacher's son suck as much as in a regular school?
I guess, but for different reasons in my case. My father and I aren't that much alike.
Okay. Apologize for intruding.
Didn't mean to get up all in your business.
Oh, no, don't be silly. It's quite alright. It's just a lot to talk about. We can do it later sometime. If you feel like it, of course.
All right. Ask about why you're so talk about.
Why is everyone talking about me? Is it Domnika?
I get the feeling that you're not quite aware what a legend she is.
Pretty accurate. I guess I need to prod her more.
Modest and sometimes obstinate. That's legends for you.
You're talking about me, right?
No, Domnika actually, but...
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Oh,
Funny.
Okay. Where are my manners? I've been keeping you for much too long. Hope to see you around and, we can always hang out and talk if you,
Roger that, Tudor. We'll hang.
Alright, great. Bye.
All right, awesome. So we can now explore the Institute, basically. That's what the game is telling me. And don't forget, guys, we can now float, of course. So we do have this ability, Aula Magna.
That way to the Aula Magna, where classes
I don't want to go
are
there.
held.
Yeah, I already had the class. Let me go exploring a little bit then. What the heck? What was that? In here?
I have no business with him now.
Maybe in here then? Oh, it isn't here. It's this fella. Hey, buds. What are you up to? I cannot interact with him, though. Oh, shoot, the lock.
Looks like a sturdy lock, but it's been absolutely obliterated. I wonder if the librarian noticed.
I mean, he's the one that was cursing, right?
Corvinus, Chief Librarian, at your service.
Ask about being the librarian. Yeah, let's go ask about
Mr.
that first before we talk
Corvinus?
about the lock.
I was just curious about being a librarian.
Thinking of becoming one?
Maybe. Nope.
Nah, of course you're not. You look to me like a person of action. For some reason, my ancestors were mostly librarians. Some kind of natural inclination, I guess. The ones that strayed into, let's say, more dangerous territory didn't end up too well. Books are much safer. Well, most of them.
All right, ask about the broken
I
lock.
couldn't
What
help
happened to
but
that?
notice the broken lock on that door behind you.
Oh, flickety-flickins.
I gather you were hoping no one would notice.
You gather correctly, miss.
Chill, I can keep a secret. In fact, maybe I can help?
To be honest, miss, I would be grateful for any assistance at this point.
Spill the beans, Chief.
Oh, I shouldn't be telling you or anyone, but the proverbial cat is out of the bag, isn't it? That is, or was, probably the safest and most reliable magical lock you could get your hands on. There to keep everyone away from one of the most dangerous books in this world and others. And now it's gone.
Okay, let's ask about the lock.
So, who could have done away with this crazy hardcore lock?
That is the scary part, miss. There are very few people in existence with magic skill high enough to wreck that kind of lock.
Are you suspecting anyone?
No. The whole situation is frankly dumbfounding. I've been entrusted by a certain organization to make sure the book is locked away at all times, and now I've failed them.
What organization?
Look, I appreciate the help, but there are things I just cannot share with you, at least yet.
All right, fair.
All right, what about the book?
What book are we talking about?
It is called Gibbosus.
Sounds weird.
Sounds weird because it is weird. It knows where many unholy and forbidden artifacts are hidden throughout both the magical and the non-magical realms.
Like a tracker?
I guess you could say that, yes. One of my ancestors, another Corvinus, was stricken from history books and banned from the magical realm for using it to find unspeakable relics. Then it's been passed on from generation to generation and considered lost for a long time. It finally made its way back to me in my youth, and now it's gone again.
Wow.
Every moment that it is out there brings great risk to all worlds. I have to recover it.
But no one must know it's gone, and you can't leave your post or else you'd draw attention to it. No worries, I'll do my best to help.
I must be mad to allow this, but thank you. Yes, I really do need help.
Hold that thought. I'll be back.
So we gotta find more about the broken lock, of course, one of the quests. And the second one, we gotta investigate the back room. I mean, in order to investigate the back room, I gotta figure out how to go in here, right?
Oh,
shoot, never mind, we
God,
can't.
it reeks in here. Smells like dead fish and seaweeds. Ugh.
Ugh. So apparently somebody stole a book from this post, and I'm gonna have to figure out who did it.
Incredibly heavy chains holding up, the floor? The ceiling? I can't tell.
The music, though. Good job, devs. Good job. I love it. This sounds great.
Oh, wow. That's the most heavily secured door I've seen in Transylvania so far. Someone really didn't want anyone passing through.
Heavily barricaded door. What about the embedded
The
swords?
pointy ends of swords that were driven in from the other side of the wall. I don't know what this is.
Is there somebody being locked behind there, I wonder? With tracks.
They're a bit tough to notice, but I can see some faint tracks here. Wet and, ew, slimy. Maybe this means something.
Discuss the clues with the librarian. So there are some wet tracks, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. All right, let me chat with the librarian then. Let's see what he can tell me about it.
Anything, miss?
Actually, yeah. I noticed a foul smell in there and maybe some faint tracks.
I do recall the smell hitting me. Gods, I'm such an airhead. And tracks. Really?
Yeah, the wet and slimy variety. Does that tell you anything?
Probably a water dweller. Some
What is that?
research is in order, miss. With so many different species about, it might help consulting a bestiarium.
A bestiarium,
I'll
okay.
set it on the table here.
All right. Let me check it out. So we got the bestiarium right here. So that's Belaur. That's so funny that they're using the Romanian names. I love it. So Belaur is kind of like a monster in Romanian. Next we got the Basilisk. This is not a Romanian word, so I'm not sure what this is. Capcaun. This is a Romanian word. It's kind of like a troll, I guess. A Chimera. We all know what this is. Cyclops. Okay. Empire. I'm not sure what this is. Folk View. Huma. EL. Moroi. This is kind of like a zombie, I guess. I didn't know that it's called Moroi. Onaluka. Okay. It's a creature vaguely defined by resembling a winged version of the wild domestic animal. I don't think this is it. Oh, a nymph. Maybe this is it. I mean, this one is wet, right? Nymph are creatures inextricably associated with nature. The origin is uncertain, but it's clear that their physical aspect reflects places where they dwell. So maybe not. We got Paka. Pitik. Pitik is basically kind of like a dwarf in English. The Pitik are small in size, usually bearded, and dwell in burrows that they themselves dig into the sides of hills outside of town. We got Prikolich, Reforged. Ooh, Stima.
From what I've read, it all seems to be pointing towards a Stima. Gotta go spread my antenna a bit.
So the Stima is a water-dwelling amphibious race that traces its origin to the swamps far east of Rakus. So I'm probably gonna have to finally leave Rakus here to the far east. Okay, they adapt to water crafting, a magical tradition that goes back countless generations. While they're proud of self-sufficient creatures, many of them suffer from an inclination to substance abuse, especially alcoholism, coupled with the fact that they have a strong, very particular swampy odor, and that they tend to leave oozing, slimy tracks wherever they go. They're slightly a common target for racism and speciesism. Some resort to alchemical concoctions in order to conceal their smell, but this practice is very frowned upon by the producer and more permanent Stima. The Stima tend to have a short temper, at least the part brought by their being discriminated against. They are not good at socializing. They're oftentimes suspicious and paranoid, but once befriended, they can make for an ally that shows undying loyalty. Then we got the Spiridush. This is kind of like a leprechaun, I guess, in English. And again, Strigoi, Sylphid, Undine, Vampire, Vorkolak, which is kind of like a gargoyle, I guess. A Yag, a Zagan, Zmeo, and Belaur back again. Okay, so we got what we needed here. Let me chat with him about it. Find out more about Stima in the Institute.
I think I'll come back when I have more clues.
Oh, okay. So maybe I gotta ask other people about the Stigma here inside the Institute somewhere. That's the groundkeeper quarters.
Tudor, good to see you.
Oh,
Ooh. That's how he is.
How's things, dude?
just sitting here waiting for the groundskeeper. He's
Oh.
taking his sweet time. You?
Keeping busy. Always looking for trouble.
A woman of action.
You know it. Tudor, do you know of any Stima around?
They're a pretty rare sight. You know, they're not well liked in general. It's the smell. Then again, I don't have my finger on the pulse of this place.
Damn it.
Wait. You know my friend Kodrin?
I don't think I do.
Oh, he's like the heart and soul of the Institute. That kid knows almost everything that goes on around here.
Think he could help?
It's possible. See if he's not in the common room, up in the north wing. That's where he usually hangs out. He's kinda short and bulky, very jovial. Always in his cool purple jacket.
Nice. Thanks for the tip, dude.
Happy to oblige.
Gotta run.
I think
I'm
I know
sure
it-
we'll bump into each other later.
Oh, definitely.
I think
I'll hang around here for a while. Later.
I think I know exactly who he's talking to. I think I've actually seen him in the previous episode as I was just exploring the institute here. So I'm pretty sure. He might be... Let's see. I think he was in the dormitory, right? No, this is my room actually. No. Maybe in the north wing, in the common room. Exactly. Hey, this guy. I knew it.
No.
I remember him.
Don't tell me. Ilinka Vraja, correct?
Yes. Kodrine, your reputation precedes you.
My reputation as a gossip George, right? It's all right. Don't look so embarrassed. I'm rather proud of my niche of expertise. What can this lowly tittle-tattle do for you?
Alright, mention Tudor. Ask about his sources. Let's go with... Mention Tudor.
You're good friends with Tudor, right?
Best friends.
Ooh.
And don't tell him I said this. I think he's taken a liking to you, which makes you and me friends too.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
You seem like a good dude.
An informed dude, rather. That's a friend worth having. Anyway, just be easy on Tudor these days. He's going through some crap.
His dad?
Yes, it's complicated. One of the very few boiling pots I'm not sticking my cute little snout in.
I understand.
Alright, what about his sources? Where is he grabbing from
I'm curious
since he
about
has so much
your
information?
sources, if it's okay to ask.
Oh, you are? Well, people in the Institute love to talk. I love to listen. Easy. Innkeepers, too. Haralam is an old stick in the mud, but once he lets loose, let me tell you, rumors just come bubbling out of him. And there's the nice lady keeping the bar over at the Dying Flutter. I'm not wanting for sources. I'm, as you'd say, in a lot of places all at the same time.
So, you do it for fun?
Profits are fun, right?
That they are.
Ah, shoot, he's gonna ask for money if I'm gonna need information about Shima.
Do you know of any Shtima attending this year? I think I'm trying to track one down. Have they been, integrating with the rest of the students?
It's a delicate issue. It's thanks to some kind of ointment that kills their, odor.
Shit, that doesn't help me. I'm looking for a pretty stinky one, and slimy too.
Oh, well, that makes it easy, actually. Does he drink a lot?
No idea. You have someone in mind?
I do. Ostrakad's the name. I don't judge, but he reeks to high heavens. That's just how they are. Water creatures, you know. What's worse is he drinks like a fish. No pun intended. I don't recall ever seeing him sober.
You think he could be it? How common are Shtima around here?
Outside the few I've mentioned, not common at all, so it's possible he's your man. Most students stay away from him, which probably adds to his drinking problem. If he's not in school, he's most likely boozing it up somewhere in Rakus. He's greenish, like me, but with a lot of warts and a bigger mop of red hair.
Dude, you've helped me so much. What'll it cost me?
Forget it. A friend of Tudor's is a friend of mine. Just be careful talking to Ostrakad. I hear he's unpredictable.
I will. Catch you soon.
All right.
Alright, so we gotta look for a red-haired Shtima, which should be somewhere in Rakus, apparently. That's cool. What about Ada?
Wouldn't mind studying with you, or just you.
Huh? Okay. Let's keep it going. Oh, look at this guy. Let me fly a little bit. Let me open the map. Because we can actually go old... Actually, I can leave. Never mind. Yeah, there we go. So I gotta find a stigma around. So if I go to Northeastern Road, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finally be able...
That leads out of Rakus. No gatekeeper or chimera.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to go through there. Eventually, once I find out where the creature that I'm looking for is, right? So let me go through the Flickering Landing first. Okay. Where do we have the creature we gotta chat with? Not seeing nobody here. Got a Lone Drinker. The Hazy View Crossroads. Okay, this one's getting me back here. Never mind. What about the Grumpy Patreon? No, let me go to the shopping district then. Okay, and here we got the Watering Hole. Explorer. The Booze Needle.
Not too busy.
Okay, what about the bookstore? Okay, nothing here. What about the Booze Needle? Ooh, the heck? I never been here before.
Welcome to the Bronze Needle. Feel free to browse around. Only the most exclusive fabrics here.
Okay, ask about merch.
Do you make all the clothes yourself?
Absolutely, miss. And I take great pride in it.
Okay, never mind. We can't really do much here. Let's keep her going. Red-headed idler.
What are you trying to sell me, huh?
He is red-headed, but I don't think it's the one that I'm looking for, to be honest. Let me go through this side then, to the bridge. Okay.
Someone told me people refer to this quiet little stream as lies. A bunch of lies floating along. I didn't ask for details. Rakus is weird.
Yeah, sure is. Okay, in this side, not noticing anybody I'm supposed to chat with. So let me go to this side. Nope, I don't think I need to talk with anybody here. Chunky Patreon. Oh, what about this one? Oh, that's the one. We found it. Look at that. The Ostracard. He does have the red hair. Pretty sure he is the one.
Ostracod?
Find them.
What?
It's about these, tracks you might have left?
Tracks? Yes, human girl, I am slimy and I leave tracks. Yes, human girl, I'm stinky and I drive you all away. And I drink, and I don't give a shit about any of you. Now leave me be.
Try to appease him. Be tough and confront him. Let's appease him.
I'm sorry the others are giving you crap. I'm not like that.
Aren't you the perfect angel? Butt off.
Come on, dude. I know you did something you shouldn't have. Just give me the book and no one has to know it was you. I'm giving you my word.
What are you talking about?
The broken lock, my green friend. I don't know how you did it or if someone else broke it for you, but you were definitely there.
Human girl, you have no proof. Now go away and stay away.
He won't budge. Now, what would he do with a stolen book? Something so rare might also be valuable, right? I should find out if he tried to fence it off somewhere.
Find out where Ostracod tried to fence off the book. Now, how do I find that out, though? Yeah, maybe he tried to sell it somewhere. So maybe he tried to sell it kind of like at a market or something like that?
Leave me alone.
Nah, he's not gonna chat. Okay, let me chat with Sanda.
Nice to see you again, sweetie. What can I get ya?
Ask about slow-moving creatures in the niches. Ask about Shima. Ask about places to sell books. Ooh. Yeah, let's go with that.
Where would I sell a book if I were so inclined?
The shopping district east of town.
Okay.
The Sarian keeps a huge library/bookshop.
Cool.
Ah, so maybe that's where I gotta go to the library.
I am looking for a red-haired Shtima that should be a regular here.
You mean that guy over there at the table? Yes, he is a regular indeed. Probably too much for his own sake, if you ask me.
Okay. Alright, let's see here.
Go.
So now that we know that we gotta go to the library and ask a few questions, that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. That's the Botanical Emporium. What I can also do is basically go to the shopping district like this because we can fast travel now as we have the ability to fly. Let me go back down. And let me have a quick chat with Viserion. Inquire about Ostracard.
I wanted to ask if there was a certain Shtima here recently.
Oh, was there? Wait, are you involved? I told your friend I'm not a snitch, so the Institute is none the wiser, but you better put that book right back where you found it.
No, wait. I know it's dangerous, and I wasn't involved. I'm trying to track it down so I can return it to the library.
Good. Can I assist you?
Nice. So he's gonna
Saying
help.
it's dangerous is an understatement.
Please, tell me what you have on the Shtima. I'm trying to squeeze a confession out of him.
You came here a while ago with the look of a hunted animal. Smelled of booze and rotten leaves. Pulled out the book from his dirty duster coat and tried to pawn it off for change. Yeah, the thing's valuable, but not even close to being worth the risk. I told him so, and he grunted and stormed away.
Well, you're exactly what I needed. A witness.
Do what you can to find the book and return it. And please, let me know when you've done it so as I can unclench me butt cheeks.
I'll do that. That's it for now. See you.
Be well.
Alright, so we can now go ahead and confront the Ostracard. Perfect. At least we know who he was. Alright, we got back here. Let me go to the dying flutter again. And thankfully this fella is still right over here.
Didn't I tell you to stay the hell away from me?
Yes, but there's news. I have a witness. I'm trying not to
He's
speak
speechless.
too loudly and land you in hot water, Ostracod. I know you tried to sell Gibbosus to Viserion. He's willing to testify.
Shit. Alright, how do you want to do this?
Ask him about the robbery.
Why'd you do it, Ostracod?
You wouldn't understand, perfect, pretty human girl.
Try me.
You really want to know? Nobody likes Stima. We stink, we leave marks, we are ugly. My richer peers are now accepted when they hide their natural smell with fancy cream. Do you even know who I am? Who my grandpa was? Tarlik Watersilk, the greatest Stima mage to swim the waters.
So what happened?
What happened? We grew poor, that's what happened. Look what I'm reduced to. I can barely pay my bar tabs. I couldn't even afford the inn anymore. I slept in hay behind the tavern. I needed the money, and that's all I'm gonna say.
So, you don't have the book anymore?
I thought I would get more for it at the bookshop, but the crippled cat thing yelled and threatened me. The book is with who ordered it stolen, and that's that.
And who might that be?
Who'd you steal the book for?
I couldn't tell you if I wanted to.
What? Why?
I signed a blood covenant, human girl. You know how they work? 3 fingers in my own blood upon a magical parchment. I say their name, I'm dead that very moment.
Damn it.
You have me at your mercy, that's what it looks like. I don't beg, but if you tell Daos you ruin my life, I'll have nothing to live for. I already barely do. And I have nothing more for you.
I'll see what I decide. Take care of yourself.
So is the book gonna stay stolen? Because apparently I can't really do much about it. Alright, let me report to Corvinus right here. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Mr. Corvinus, I have good news and bad.
I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found the perp. A Stima kid named Ostracod.
Never heard of him.
Bad news is, he doesn't have the book. He'd stolen it for someone else, and he signed a blood covenant, so it would literally kill him to reveal who he did it for.
I see.
Someone powerful as all hell. Ostracod asked me not to tell Daos about this whole thing. What do you think?
I cannot be objective, miss. I have no interest in any of this transpiring, especially to Professor Daos. But it is entirely up to you and what your conscience dictates. It doesn't bring back the book either way.
Aw, shoot. I hate choices matter. I'm not gonna tell Daos though. I'm not going to.
Let's not tell Daos. It won't bring the book back. It would ruin Ostracod's life.
And maybe my life a bit too.
Exactly.
You are a very considerate young woman. I truly appreciate it. This Ostracod, too, could benefit from a bit of kindness and forgiveness. I guess we'll see. Thank you for all the help, miss. I will not forget this.
All in a day's work, Mr. Corvinus.
Awesome. That was cool. So we basically did another quest over here. Random quest that just started. And next we got to find out what the news is in Ruckus. Okay, let's find out. How we find that out? I got no clue. Rockface. I guess in order to find out what the news is in Ruckus, I probably have to talk with Kodrin again. Because he's the one that knows everything. Right? Hopefully. Let's see.
Hey, Alinka.
Let's get about news.
Anything notable happening lately?
I hear Serapion is back in town.
Who's that?
The Curse Lifter.
Curse
Curse
lifter,
lifter.
huh?
He usually sets up shop in the kiosk over at the Split.
I might check that out. See ya.
Alright, so we gotta go at the Split, which is nowhere right here. Hold up. Nope. Go back this way and then go out. Alright, and now we gotta go to the Split, which is right over here, and find the kiosk. There we go. Couple of readers. Ooh, Serpion.
Yes?
He is kind of like a snake. I love it. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Illy. new around here.
Oh, I know you are.
Ooh.
You'd know me if you weren't. Everyone does.
Okay.
I am Serapion, humbly at your service.
Inquire about business.
What is it that you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I am, as they call it, a curse lifter extraordinaire. Curses are my business.
Okay, ask about being alone.
You mentioned being a one-man business. Does that work better for you?
It does. I did used to have an apprentice, though. Poor Whipple.
Whipple? Huh.
He was a student at the Institute, like you are. But it wasn't general magic he had an interest in. The man only cared about curses. So he joined me in order to learn the craft.
What happened to him?
I wonder that myself. I sent him off on an assignment he never returned from.
Okay, ask about what happened to Wimple.
Never returned? What happened?
It's sort of a funny story, actually.
I wonder if I'm supposed to find more information about him.
Off of a man who wanted to live forever, and who accidentally turned himself into a dog. These things happen. Trying to lift the curse probably went terribly. I haven't heard from Whipple since.
Wouldn't he return to you for help if the curse backfired?
Whipple? No, much too proud to admit his mess up. He probably attempted to fix things with plants and botany and nonsense like that, and failed most likely.
Plants. Good talk. Thanks.
Alright, ask about getting another apprentice. So I'm gonna have to go and chat with the person that sells plants next, I guess. But first, let's ask about getting another apprentice.
Did you consider getting another apprentice?
Teaching curse lifting takes time and discipline. You put in discipline, and in return you get disappearances. I'll just keep lifting curses by myself for now.
Thanks for the talk.
Anytime, miss.
I wonder if I'm gonna have to actually make a potion for lifting curses and give that to the slimy creature. I wonder. Hold up, quests. Whipple seems to have turned to plant his curse lifting. Find out more. So we gotta go and figure out where the plant salesman is actually located. That's alchemy shop. That's shop front, so that's alchemy. I gotta go to the plant shop though. So let me figure out where that one is because I kind of forgot. Blood spatter entryway. This one is a mortal coil. Now what I'm looking for. Okay, not the shop that I'm looking for either. What about here? That's Trigoy Estate. Shopping district, okay. The booze needle, bookstore, and the watering hole. So none of these locations are actually what I need. Yeah, this one is for clothing, so no good. What about here? Botanical Emporium, right here. This is actually where I gotta go. Alright, let's chat with Najil.
Good evening, I guess, Mr. Najil.
She doesn't even know what time of day it is.
You
or
can drop
yeah,
the
what time it
mister.
is in the day.
We know each other now.
Only if you'll drop the miss.
Deal.
Alright, ask about his brother. Yeah, ask about his brother.
Remember you mentioned your brother? It's nothing. I was just curious. You said you two were very different.
Indeed, we are, Ellie. I'm what you might call a homebody. There's nothing I'd rather do than stay in here and look after my weedlings. Barnabas, on the other hand, hunter of evils, always risking his skin over some damned court or other.
That sounds pretty cool.
I can see that, but the risks, my dear Illy, even for one like me that has seen so much, what my brother faces up against. Apologies, I don't like to think too much about these things. Evil cults, malefic books that can alter reality around them.
What? Really?
I know it's not the kind of advice someone your age takes seriously, but stay away from all that, Illy. Domenico would tell you the same.
All right.
All right. Ask about the shop then.
So, how was the plant hustle?
I can't complain about the amount of customers, just perhaps about their demands. Plants are amazing, but be that as it may, they can't solve all the problems in this world, or other worlds.
Actually, that brings up something I wanted to ask.
Okay, inquire about Wimple. This is basically the reason we came here to chat with this fella.
Najil, maybe you've run into someone I'm looking for.
Oh?
You know Serapion, the curse lifter? His apprentice might have showed up here looking for your help.
Yes. Winston, was it?
Whipple.
Right. That was a long time ago. Bit of a strange story, and I'm not sure if he'd want me to share it.
I'm not just being nosy, honest. Whipple's heir wants to know what became of him.
It was a memorable enough situation for sure. He showed up here with a man-cat dog.
Be cool about it.
Yeah, go on.
This fool named... what was it? Sanin, that's it.
Sanin.
This Sanin had performed a ritual that should have made him live forever. But instead, it turned him into a dog. A talking dog. Enter this Whipple to the rescue. He proceeds to lift the curse, but all he achieves is to turn the dog into a cat. A cat that barks and sometimes speaks.
We know exactly which one it is.
So they came to me, but plants can solve a lot of problems, just not this kind.
Oh gosh.
So, what did they do?
They argued for a while right here in my shop. Then Whipple stormed off. Where to? I do not know. Sanin, as I recall, was so ashamed that he vowed to leave Rakus and just live as a cat in Sigishwara.
No way!
Immortal talking dog cat person.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not sure about the immortal part, Illy. That's where my knowledge of the matter ends, I'm afraid.
You've been wonderfully helpful. Thanks a million.
Happy to assist whenever I can.
So silly.
Me.
Take your time. I'm always here.
So we are gonna have to go back and find the dog cat and chat with her, or at least try to chat with her, right? That is so cool. All right, in that case, let me fast travel to the gate Rakus, since we can fast travel, why not? And let's see what we can do here. All right, we're back. Let's see where I can find the cat again. And of course, she's right here.
Sanin?
Grr. What? You know my name?
Look at that.
It is you.
Yes, it's me. I haven't heard my name in such a long time.
Ask about Wimple.
What happened to the guy who tried to lift your curse?
Whipple. What a conceited fool he was. Once I got over what he did to me, I tried to get him out of Rakus, back to some kind of normal life. His ego wouldn't let him. He could never forgive himself for being a failure. I don't know how exactly, but he died not long after. The only time I returned to Rakus was to attend his modest funeral.
Ask if he holds a grudge. Ask if Whipple left anything behind.
Did he leave anything behind?
He'd given everything away. Everything but a small leather-bound diary.
Did you read it?
You don't invade the privacy of the departed like that, young miss. No, I buried it. Whipple loved the lake near Rakus. That's where I hid it, under a shallow coat of earth next to the shore.
If it's still there, I'd like to give it to his heir, Zane.
I don't think he would mind.
Thanks. Are you still mad at him?
Oh, no. For all that he turned my life upside down, I'm the one to blame. No matter how I look at it. He's gone. I'm still here. His days were a lot darker and shorter than mine.
I understand.
Ask about himself.
It's been a while since you've been transformed, right? Are you okay?
Yes, actually I am. I guess it hurts a bit to think back to when I've changed. I was such an idiot. I wanted to live forever.
And it backfired.
I'll say, twice.
Exactly.
I'm a man trapped in a dog that's trapped inside a cat.
I'm really sorry this happened to you.
I brought it on myself. And hey, you get used to anything, eventually, even to this.
Do you think you're actually immortal?
I've lived longer than most cats and most humans, but I can't tell for sure. What I can tell you is that it wasn't a great idea to begin with.
I see. I'm off, Sanine.
All right.
That was awesome. All right, we got to unearth the Wimple's diary, and apparently the Wimple's diary is somewhere in what is it? In Ruckus.
Hello, child.
I should be going.
Cool.
All right, hold up. What about chatting with this fella, with Zane?
I should probably wait until I find more.
Exactly. So basically, he is, I think, granddad or dad. I think I forgot. He is the one that passed away eventually. So I gotta find that note and give it to him, so that I can help him move on, I guess. That's awesome. I was actually wondering gonna be solving his quest. All right, let me go back to Ruckus then, right over here. And let me figure out what I gotta fast travel to, because we don't really have any lakes other than this one right over here. Right? Can I even go to that one?
That leads out of Rakus. No gatekeeper or chimera in sight. I wonder where the veiled part of town ends and my, reality.
Wait a minute. So Wimple seems to have buried his diary close to the lake in Ruckus. I mean, isn't this the lake? Is there a different lake in Ruckus? I'm confused. Where is the lake? I'm super confused. That's the Shady Forest. That's not a lake. The Drooping Tree. The Bridge of Lies with the stream. Is there a path through here, I wonder? Hold up a minute. No, that's just taking us to the Starlight Plaza. Where is the lake? So confused. Can I go through the dark forest?
It's really dark and I won't.
No. What? Hold up a minute. So help Zane find out what happened to his great-grandfather, Whipple Deleth. Whipple seems to have buried his diary close to the lake in Ruckus. Close to the lake in Ruckus. So maybe it's around here somewhere? Because that's the lake, right?
Not as dark and gloomy as you'd expect it. On the contrary. But I have things to do, damn it.
Yeah, I know. Hold up. I'm just trying to figure out where that,
I can see it's...
where that lake is in Ruckus. That's what's getting me super confused.
It's...
Oh, there we go. I didn't know there's another path through here. Okay. So the Black Lake Shore. And I think it's right here, the Shallow Code of Earth. This is probably where he dug it.
There it is. Whipple's diary.
Awesome. I'm not gonna read it.
I'm not gonna read this. That's just for Whipple and Zane.
Exactly. I can't read that. Finally, we got it. Here we go. I didn't even know that there's this location over here.
Zane, I have something for you on the condition that you don't ask where I got it.
Okay. Promise. What the? What? Whipple? What the hell is this? This is incredible. I won't ask where you got this. Thank you so much, Illy. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Don't mention it, dude.
Awesome. We got it for him. There we go. The disappearance of Whipple Deleth has been solved. Nice. Next up, we gotta return to Ruckus. Oh, I cannot chat with Zane no more, apparently. Alright, in that case, let me return to... Actually, I cannot fly. I cannot fly in outside the Ruckus, so I gotta just walk. I was trying to fast travel.
The guy in it.
Yeah, I know they're in sync. I know. And let me go back to Ruckus. There we go. Oh, what the heck is... Oh, I'm getting another letter. Am I?
Oh, hey, Amitskin. A new class is available.
A new class. Nice. So with a new class, that means, hold up, let me go back to the institute here. With a new class, that means we can finally learn one more ability, which in turn is gonna combine and allow us
Thanks for not
to have a
ratting
full
on me.
magic.
No
Oh,
worries.
this fella.
You're a decent person, especially for a human. Sorry I can't help you with the info you need. I enjoy breathing, you know.
Yeah, I know.
See you around class, right?
Right.
Alright, buddy, you take care. You take care. So, as I was saying, now that we finally know the ability that we have, which is Fire and Soul, next up, if I want to get the Tiny Horde, I can get Earth. And if I want to get this one, Earth also combines perfectly for this one. And eventually I'm going to get Blood and I'm going to have 2 magics, right? But if I get Earth, that is going to be exactly what I need. Awesome. But you know what, guys? I think this is going to be the end of this episode for now. And we'll come back the next one. We're going to try to progress the story here. Try to learn Earth. And with that, we're finally going to be able to have a magic available for us. I don't know exactly what that's going to do, but I'm super excited to see it, to be honest. So stay tuned for a new episode coming up very soon. All right? Bye, everybody.